What's up, guys? Whale Pants here, the Oakleys, here with Terry Miller's The Disc Golf Guys coverage of the final round, back 9, the ladies at the Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. FPO lead card, Paige Bjerkaas, Sarah Hokom, Catrina Allen, and Kristin Tattar of Estonia out here battling the Iron Hill, hitting trees, getting birdies, you know it. It's such a tough course, but watching these ladies just get out here and throw is super fun, so be ready for some awesome action. Thank you to PDGA for the disc golf thing you do for disc golf.
That is what they do.
Hole 10 is like, it's a placement shot for a par 5. Is you can't really go big off the tee and where you want to be for these par 5s, but if you throw a good sidearm turnover, a nice easy hyzer backhand for a right-handed player, you can land yourself where those railroad ties and that mulch was, and you can really start to think about attacking this green with a big throw. These ladies will probably look to pitch to those ties, throw another good clean shot up, and give themselves a pretty good opportunity at the birdie. Cat going with I think she's going with like an A2, something super overstable, which is a good play. Shouldn't have a lot of action and shouldn't go running off anywhere.
I saw a lot of high putter shots, like with a more just a nice hyzer, which I like. And Sarah even doesn't throw the flex sidearm. I like that a lot too, but
that's the aggressive play, but it brings the rough in to play a lot more. With these backhands, you can control it a little bit more.
Paige throwing a judge. That's the shot I like.
Wow. So the slam or a judge?
Oh wow! I'm not a fusion judge.
See, this is if you get off the fairway, this is where this hole can get.
I like that though. It's a pitch up, but you're still biting off some distance, which is huge. Hold that. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Is that another putter?
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Paige and her putters. It's smart out here, though. Oh my God!
Yeah, and that after all the people came walking through this course, those spots where they had that mulch got really, really sloshy, and it drains right there. And that's, I think you could tell that Catrina didn't look comfortable on her feet, which is a bummer. Oh, what's up?
U.S. Masters.
Nice.
Sparkly. And there's silver.
We played some exceptional golf this week, and it's really good to see them coming over and enjoying their time stateside and battling. It's awesome. Mm-hmm. Another judge.
Battle today.
Battle. Look at that. Putter, putter, putter. Birdie.
That's like her main game, I think.
Yeah, she can throw putters. She's always going to be in the hunt.
Yeah, Kristin.
It's a good play from Kristin. That's a tough angle to reach the green. It's better to keep yourself with the opportunity to try. Mm-hmm. Yeah, try and push too hard. Play from Sarah. Kat, I think she just decided to change it up. She didn't feel confident. Maybe there was some stuff going on in the crowd, or I don't know. She just was feeling it out.
Nice putt, Sarah.
Good par.
That's not an easy putt. She's got that tree right in her spot. Like, she has to putt pretty high, so that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It's a bummer bogey for Kristin, but that kick off of her second shot was pretty mean, so. Can't get in her par.
Par's great on this hole.
Very tough.
I think birdies are tricky to get. But
routine.
look at that smile.
No, she hasn't had her best round. She's definitely going to stay in the hunt. She's caught herself tied up with Kristin and making some moves. Hole 11 is I mean, it stares you right in the face. It's the straightest shot in the world, even to the men's pin that's a little bit farther. You can see the basket, and you're just like, oh, okay, cool. I just got to throw it straight 500 plus feet.
With 9,000 trees in the way.
With all of the trees in the way. So we're going to see these ladies just trying to keep it routine, not get too far off. Very smooth throw from Paige Bjerkaas, which is turning a little too much, but got some good distance.
All the way over there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
My cat is putting a move on this thing. What a shot.
That was beautiful.
I think if you were to ask the entire Open Division men's side, they'd be thinking if I could land there every single round, they would take it. The cat showing a good shot for all of the fields. Come on, flip. Play out. Oh, yeah. Got through. That's a good play from Kristin. Sarah with just a nice sidearm. Getting it up there. A little short, but it's a par 4, so she'll have a look for her birdie, maybe a little long. And that's probably what she's saying. I came up short. Cat with the eagle look. Routine birdie. I'm stoked on that. This is where Kristin's drive ended up. She outdrove Cat.
That's nuts. That was a great shot.
See if Sarah can ring up one from downtown. Come on.
Oh my goodness.
Good line.
Great. Yeah. Yeah, I get that feeling. Don't like
Leaving
to
it.
move up shot short when you don't.
Great putt for birdie. Nice third. Drop in bird for Cat. A par for Sarah. Pretty solid. Three down on this hole is super good. I don't think there would be many cards that actually accomplish that. So that's great play from these ladies. Sarah just losing a little bit of her lead. 7 strokes, but she should be all right.
Yeah, I think she'll be okay.
Hole 12 it's about the same distance as the hole before as a par 4 goes, but it is incredibly different. It is a dog leg left with a very, very tight corridor to a basket that is surrounded by Wolverine rocks, ready to just chew up your discs.
Is this the same hole you played?
Yeah, but it's the original tee shot. You can go aggressive on the inside, which is kind of where Paige's went, but it needs to be pushing, or you can throw the outside route and with something nice and stable and hope that you kind of push straight and have a downhill look towards the basket. But that being said, it's tight, and it is not easy. Come on, be good. Just keep being good.
Yeah,
that's good. If you can end up there, you're in business.
Is it uphill? It's hard to tell. It's not.
Sarah going with a standstill. I like this play, and then flex it back to that spot. She's a genius. She's the smartest disc golfer ever. I wish I would have done that.
Be better.
Be better. That is a great shot from Cat. She should have. We'll call it routine, but she has her chance to get herself up and down for that par. It's a good play from Paige. At this point, you look at where you're supposed to be and you have no idea what you're actually supposed to do to get all the way to the basket for a birdie. So taking your par is good. Sarah, awkward footing, throwing a gorgeous shot. These are those rocks. What a shot. She's in circle 1.
Stand still, like off her back foot, sidearm, flex.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Kristin cooking this one, but it looked pretty overstable, so it worked its way up there. Probably have some look at a par. Maybe a look at birdie. Great play. Caught a tree. I don't know.
Good, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where it is. It's crazy. Where did it go?
Should be alright. I think she's behind a big rock.
Yeah. Oh.
Replay. Cat is still on. She's putting for 4. She didn't have to rethrow. They didn't lose her disc. Good play from Kristin, just realizing the danger. This is a sloped green as well, so these rocks can save you, but then they can leave you with a death putt behind. Let's see if Sarah can just cash this up.
Oh, off the cage. That was a good run though.
Yeah, still a great shot from her second. From her second shot. It was unreal.
Let's get a replay on that, huh?
Yeah. These ladies cleaning up some pars, which is really good for this hole. They beat me.
Why would you say that, Eric?
I took 2 5s and a 4. It was wonderful.
40 par.
But that's great placement from the ladies. They didn't try and go too aggressive. They just allowed, their second shot to give them an opportunity.
That's when you just manage. You just try to manage.
Now we're going to get to the back-to-back par 3s, starting off with a downhill, just finishing to the left. It's a really difficult shot because you want to be throwing something overstable. There's some rocks near this pin as well that can kick and roll you down that hill or chew up your disc and make you cry. But it's such a tight shot where the downhill can actually keep the overstable disc straight, and you don't actually get to finish left. So if you put too much power on it, you go too straight and you run the risk of going long. And if you don't throw it hard enough, you saw it off and you end up in jail early. Oh. And that's a pretty tough kick, but she'll have a circle 2 look. This is another hole that you can actually find OB, the parking lot to the right.
Does it come into play?
I've heard of stories of people getting just terrible kicks and rolls and running all the way to the parking lot.
Yeah. Usually those rocks are gonna grab it though. Mm-hmm.
It's a little early from Sarah, but should be able to setting herself up for an opportunity to scramble. Paige with a great approach. Just a little judge flick. They're really working this backhand. It's a little short, got caught up by the leaves again, but
a tough spot.
When you have some strokes to play with, it's a good time to put some pressure on it.
Oh no!
Well, that didn't hit leaves.
That was a tree for sure.
Yeah, she'll be all right. She's got that putt. Kristin just not thinking about it, not putting any pressure on herself, just moving on. Par's good.
Tricky down there.
Par's good. Again, being able to write a 2 on your scorecard feels so good out here. So, even if you don't, I didn't have one on the single weekend, but you have 12 opportunities. Good cleanup.
For sure. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse, for sure. She had a couple trees, but still got just a bogey.
Yeah, we're gonna see 1 bogey, 3 pars. It's just fine for this hole. It's definitely challenging, but going on to the very last par 3 these ladies will play this weekend. Sarah just having a 6-stroke lead, but this one's a beautiful hole. You could put this hole on any course and it would be one of the best holes out there. It's a straight shot. Oh, you guys the ladies had a little shorter basket, but still plays very beautiful. Straight shot the whole way. Got to control the disc and try and get yourself a birdie too, and just it's the hardest throw in disc golf. So let's see what they can do. Oh, hold on. Wow. A little long, second 2 left, but a good throw from Paige B. Flip it. Oh, nice kick. That'll work. That looks like a mid-range from Kristin, and that is gorgeous.
Beautiful shot.
What a play. Probably I would measure that's a compass or a claymore, but I could be completely wrong.
Just latitude, that would make sense.
Yeah, but the way that flew looked amazing. Sarah getting a little hairy, hitting some leaves, but not in too much danger. She's got a look. still here, even maybe salvage a birdie. It's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a longer look with an obstructed line, and really you don't want to miss and hit one of those trees and give yourself too much. Paige really running this one. Get some.
Oh, so many chain. She wanted that. Dang.
Kat's definitely not happy with that, but her drive was still very, very clean. That's a bummer to not just capitalize. Great birdie for Kristin.
Baby.
That's a 2.
That's a good 2. It's a crazy line.
And Silver and Kristin matching is absolutely adorable.
They're so cute. I got a good picture of them
They're-
sitting next to each other.
They are some great people. They're doing good things in Estonia for disc golf. So keep an eye out for them. Hopefully we'll see them more stateside. And if you guys ever get to see the stuff they're doing, support it.
Kristin's really
awesome.
new too. She's only been playing, I think, since 2015. Wow. And she's just gotten so good so fast. It's awesome to see her up there already.
So hole 15 is probably one of the easier par 4s for the men's side. So I'm excited to see how the ladies attack this this hole. But there is 3 routes. They have a straight route. You had the route over the road, and there was actually a left route that I saw thrown in my round. Chris Villa threw it and had a routine approach to get his birdie, which was really cool to see. So I love.
What's your other word of the day? Routine and battle.
Battle. Why not?
I don't know.
This is a good play from Kristin. Getting herself up there, finishing. That should hopefully find the tunnel for a routine. She won't have to battle this hole. Paige following Kristin's line.
That's like.
It's also a great shot. All 3 ladies
Wow.
so far opting to go up the road,
Looks
not
like
up
they're
the
good
road.
or something.
That's a smash from Kat.
Huge.
She's not happy about missing that putt on the last hole. I really like this play as a flex over sidearm. You can really, instead of fading away from the basket, you're actually fading more in line with the basket, and you can get a good look up there. But see what Sarah can do.
It's crazy that was the furthest drive back.
Yeah.
That was a good shot. Dang.
Pretty good. You're gonna like that.
Up.
Judge.
Looks a little short, but she'll have a look.
It like hopped. Did you see that?
Kristin with that harp. She really, really leans on that for those approaches, which is
She's got a really good like upshot sidearm going. That was nice.
good play from Kat. Saw how far she got up there. That's a great drive for all players. Come on,
Yeah.
Paige. Dang.
Yeah, it's a little far.
Good
Nice cleanup.
comeback.
Yeah, it still wasn't a gimme, that's for sure. And
Yeah.
behind that tree.
She does. You can tell she doesn't feel very good because she's losing a stroke to the card here. All the ladies
Getting her birdies.
getting their birdies. It's those are those moments that can really test you when you just feel like I just lost a stroke to 3 players, not just like the field or anything.
And
but,
getting a par too, like
yeah.
oh cool.
But
Got
with
a par and I lost a stroke.
With 16, 17, 18 looming, the 3 probably hardest holes on the course.
Oh, look, it's me.
Hi, Tina. These ladies, there's anything can happen. Kristin's, shooting a very solid round, matching Sarah's 2 down through 15 holes, which is awesome. So hole 16 is, I think, an incredibly shaped hole where it's better to get far right because it opens up a straighter shot to the basket, but it is very difficult to get all the way right. And you guys have a shorter pin, which is awesome. That you guys can probably. Oh, so Kristin's going a little straighter, but you can go that straight route. You ladies.
You're talking to them.
Yeah, but you guys at home could also. Throwing the straighter shot can open up a hyzer to that other basket, but a lot of the play is to get pretty far right. Let's see if Sarah goes for it. Yeah, this is more typical to what you want to see. Get some jump, get over there. That's a good spot. Little less obstruction over there.
I like that.
I felt like that was from Maverick, and I don't think she's been throwing it a little bit harder and getting it to turn, and I don't think she wanted it to.
She didn't throw it very hard.
Yeah. That's a great pitch out from Kristin. She got a nasty kick. Dude, Cat's sidearm is solid.
Her and Kristin have like, their game looks really similar to me. They've got a really like smooth throw.
They just supposed to go or sit down. I'm not sure. She's got a look.
Similar sidearms too.
Yeah. Sarah, just probably putting a move on one. It's tough because hitting the gap is more important than actually getting the distance.
Exactly. So. None of these are like just simple, clean lines. They're still like, you got to work hard to get up there.
Yeah, Kristin just battling this out with a routine approach.
Shut up.
Yeah. Oh, good bid from Sarah.
That was a great shot. That was outside, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She is outdoors, Tina.
It's hard to tell because it's so dark in there.
Yeah, so we're turning the lights. This is where these rocks, logs, and everything obstruct your footing. It's definitely adds to the level of difficulty of this course, where you can be in a good spot and have obstructed footing, and it becomes.
She'd probably do her step putt there, but wasn't able to.
Great comeback.
Yeah, it was good. She told me she's not great at straddle putts, so it's good to see her make a few.
Sarah kind of closing this one out with 2 holes to go. It'd be really, really difficult for her to lose the 5 or 6 strokes she has as a lead.
Yeah, really the beginning of the round, she just kind of...
Well, that was a perfect mini toss from Cat.
Nice job, Cat.
Impressive. That was a skill. She's 1,000 rated for sure. Cat with the hottest round so far. Clean back 9, 2 under on the back. She's making a move. Hole 17 is arguably one of the best holes we play in disc golf.
You can tell that middle spot is the only fairway. There's so many trees if you get right or left. It's maybe what do you think, 40 feet? A 40-foot fairway for the most part?
Pretty much.
Like, you can do some flex lines on the right or left side, but there's so many trees to miss if you get off of that 40 feet.
And it's perched.
No.
And it's perched on a beautiful green. It is a true par 5. That
the girls were calling it a par 6.
It's hey, if it was a par 6, I was 1 over on the weekend. So good that is. This hole definitely had my number, but it is such a good hole because if you throw and stay in the fairway, you're rewarded. And if you're off the fairway, it now becomes a struggle. And getting back to the fairway isn't an easy accomplishment.
Especially not if you're still trying to get distance, which you want.
Yeah.
Like, you have to land in the perfect spot to be able to have another easy shot.
And there's a couple spots where there's some rocks and stumps in the fairway where you definitely can find some trouble on your footing, as we said on a couple other holes. But that just adds to the difficulty of it, where a good drive leaves you in a good spot.
Ooh. That did some crazy stuff.
Kind of a bad kick.
A little early release and low.
But it jumping to the right.
She was kind of up against that tree on the right side.
Yeah. Sarah, that's just having that comfortable sidearm, being able to see where she's throwing the whole time helps. Just solidify her distance on that was great. Paige able to attack here.
Get up.
She just burns it in the ground. That's a bummer.
Surprised to see 2 low shots on this. It's not really that uphill, just a tiny bit.
Good second kick.
But I think it's showing its teeth. That's definitely as hard as it's looking.
That's a great line. There you go, Paige. That's a good spot. She'll be able to attack the green from there. So this is the kind of stuff that you have to pull out. You have to pull out shots that you've never thrown before, and still hit stuff. Like patent pending.
Look at this.
Hyzer flip
Foot
shots.
inside of a tree.
Flex shot.
Yeah.
Great shot from Sarah.
That was perfect. So on this hole, there's so many trees out here with like this moss. I was crouching down taking a picture, and I found these tiny, minuscule mushrooms. There was probably 50 of them, and within a radius the size of my thumb. They were microscopic. Tiny, tiny mushrooms.
Mini mushrooms.
They're so cute.
Paige threw a great approach. She's just judging the rest of her competitors.
Okay, so this upshot's really hard because you are throwing it up a hill.
To a mound.
Trying to get it to stick on top of this mound. It can easily roll off or hit a rock and launch off of it, and then you don't have a putt. And it's super guarded. You can tell. It has like a fence around it pretty much.
It'd be the only thing I would like to see changed is there's a lot of just tiny trees on this green.
These little baby ones by Marty right there.
And if they weren't there, it might make it like one of the best greens ever. But these little trees can literally stop your approach, leave you with no putt,
and give you a roll away too.
Yeah, and do a lot. But it adds to the difficulty of the hole, so it's not terrible. But I think it would.
I just think this hole's hard enough already. I don't know if the green needs to be as difficult as it is.
Yeah. Sarah just getting a bogey, Kristin with the double, but she's still gaining a stroke on most of the ladies. Cat with a great par.
Yeah, par on that hole's... Oh!
Yeah.
Look at that dog! I was gonna say he's going so fast, but I'm pretty sure this is sped up.
Just hitting it. Yeah, dude.
Go, dog, go!
Who cares about the hole? That dog was adorable.
Was that you in a dog suit, Eric?
Pretty much. Hole 18 is another pretty difficult par 4. I mean, what hole out here isn't difficult? But you're going to want to throw an incredibly straight shot with some good distance, and those Guardians. Oh, what a kick! Hopefully, it didn't kick too far left. That's back in the fairway.
Right in the fairway.
That tree with the little arrow on it is a great spot to be. If you're left or right of that, you're in great shape to access the green for both the men's pin and the ladies' pin.
Where Sarah just ended up isn't great. It's like a little tucked away pocket that you kind of have to pitch out of to get back to the fairway. You really want to be straight or even right on this one.
Kristin put it on Bert on this disc. She's up there right next to Paige Bjerkaas, who also threw a great shot.
See, this is what I'm talking about. You're just like cut off from the actual fairway. I did see Silver take a crazy... What was it, Seppo? Yeah, it was Seppo. He took this crazy turnover line through the trees on the left side. We were all wondering what he was doing, but he just laced it and ended up in the fairway like 400 feet up.
Kat definitely wanted that one to finish with a birdie on this last hole, but she should be able to get up and down for her par. Kristin leaving a little short, but in a good spot. Paige B, slide on up there. Great play. Give it a run. At this point, Sarah is going to be getting her routine par unless she jams this, but she's going to take this one down. It's really great to see. I think this is Sarah's first national tour in quite some time, so congrats to her. Kristin with a great birdie to finish. She had an incredible tournament. I think she finished second.
She finished in second, yeah. She passed Paige in this round and really just played super clean golf all weekend. I had a great time watching her throw some clean shots.
Kat finishes in fourth. Paige Bjerkaas solidifies third place, which is these ladies really battled it out.
Yeah, she had a rough day today for sure, but she'll be back. She just won a world title, so
Big congrats to Sarah Hokom,
Yeah.
Delaware Disc Golf Champion. Just a challenge, whatever it is. But she killed it. Great weekend from her, and congratulations.
Thanks, Terry, for
Ladies
the
and
coverage.
gentlemen, your
It's great seeing the ladies out
2018
here
Delaware
crushing
Disc
this
Golf
crazy course.
Champion.
Yeah.
Miss
Make sure you
Sarah
guys
Hokom.
go subscribe to the Disc Golf Guy and
Thank you.
keep being awesome.
Thank you for all taking
Hey,
the
Terry.
time to come
There you
watch
are.
the women. It means a
Yeah,
lot
that
to
guy.
us. You guys are a
Hey.
great gallery. We'll see you guys next year.
Just a top
Thanks,
class,
Chad.
Sarah.
You're the best.
Congratulations.
This guy. This guy.
I'm the Disc Golf Guy, and I've caught up with our champion here at the Delaware Disc Golf Challenge, Sarah Hokom. Sarah, you started out with just a one-stroke advantage this morning, and then you were immediately off to the races. 3 birdies in the first 4 holes, and just like that, you've distanced yourself from Paige. What were some of the keys to success out there?
Sticking to my game plan, also just trying to maintain, par, just playing for par a bunch of times, and just scrambling, and trying to keep my level get a little elevated in a final round of a national tour. So I'm trying to just stay around, 4 out of 10. Just take it easy. I got Robin to tell me some jokes.
Yeah.
My favorite joke was, what do you call a nosy pepper? Jalapeno business.
Yep, exactly.
Right?
He had one with
That's a good one. Anyway,
an
yeah,
ant
we were
as well.
telling jokes.
No, it was
We were
good.
telling jokes and trying to just keep it light. I mean, I definitely was chundering through the middle a bit once I kind of realized, I accidentally looked at the scoreboard. And I was like, oh no, I have a big lead, don't mess it up. But
Well, Paige seemed to be a little bit off today. It seemed like a few of the tree kicks you guys maybe got in your favor. The other 2 rounds didn't go your way today. So we
Yeah.
saw a few more challenges out there. This course, quite a challenge, long weekend, but next weekend you're right back at it, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, Paige, she started off with a few, tough holes. But that happens out here. These lines, they're so tight that if you're off by just a little bit, which, in the 3rd round of a big event, that's going to happen, whether it's fatigue or nerves. I mean, there's so many factors. So, yeah, this feels really good to come back after, struggling, especially with my putting at Worlds. I putted really strong today, and I'm feeling good going into Women's Nationals next week.
All right. Anything you'd like to say to everyone out there? Some hosts, some caddies, some sponsors, all that?
Yes, Wendy Ferguson killed it on the housing. Thank you, honey. You're like the best. And thank you, Smashbox, the Disc Golf Guy, for covering the ladies. Also, Legacy Disc and Paragon, thank you for all your support. And Robin, the Super Caddy.
All right. Well, this is Sarah Hokom. She's your champion here in Delaware this weekend. We'll see her the next weekend and probably every weekend after that. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.